No, man. We're live.
We're like, what's up, guys? We went on early because we were just talking. I know it was still like 14, 15 minutes, but what is up, guys? It is the Jake and Joey show. I'm Jake. He's Joey. Now you know.
What's happening, people? Jake and I, we did this about a year ago, but Jake
Yeah.
decided to bail on me when I told him had nothing but good intentions for Jake Hudson because I always been his friend and always wanted to best intentions. And you know, I wish you would have never done that because I think today, with us growing together, we could have
Yeah.
been a great team together, like Lou Costello and Abbott and Costello, and you know. But we make our decisions and we move on. But Jake, I think the world of you, buddy. I think you do great interviews. I think you recruit great people when you want to. You know this game. You know. I had to go to bed the other night listening to a story about your package that you pulled out.
Uh, I'm
Huh?
sorry.
Did you
I'm
know that I had
sorry.
nightmares all night just imagining you sitting in the back office here pulling out your wang wang to Bobby Nick?
It was like a Rumble only show. It was like
Yeah, I
the only.
know, but that was the big topic the other night on Bardo's show.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
Bobby, hey, by the way, how was it? How was it going on Alex Don's show?
Alex is great, man. I've done his show a couple times before. To go in studio, actually at the studio, at a regular television studio, was awesome. I'm doing a show with him July 11th in Tampa with him and Bubba. Uh,
Yeah,
which you used to do a lot of stuff with Bubba. You were a big fan of Bubba Loves Sponge, weren't you?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say that number one, Joey. By the way, congratulations on getting remonetized.
Thank you, thank you.
I actually remember when you got monetized the first place. It
Yes,
was the it was when you were in the hospital and
that's right.
you've been working so hard and I was so I was like everybody was working their butts off to get this for you.
Yes,
And Kai was doing stuff. Kai kept the shows going. Kai
right,
going. Christina, Mrs. C kept the shows going
right.
for you because this was your dream to get monetization.
It was my goal. Yes, one of my goals to really build a channel and to really have a good format. Kai has stuck out for a long time now, about 10 months with the morning show. He's a great guy. He's a smart guy. He does a great morning show. He's consistent. The Alpha Shot Lounge with Mrs. C is a show it's got great guests on it. You've been on it. You've been on it many times. My walk and talk stream. Uh,
Yeah,
but it's just if you want something bad enough, Jake, I learned from you. When you poured your heart out to me a year ago about that, the one thing you wish you could do is your parents to be here watching you do these streams. You know,
yeah,
and they're watching, Jake, but they're not. They're like, there's my Jake, that's my boy. But Jake, you are a smart person. You're a
yeah,
good podcaster. You do great shows. You know all the ins and outs of everything better than anybody. You know all the platforms to use. You know how to do everything. But Jake, you gotta be more. You gotta learn to duck a little bit more with the people that really love you and care about you. You gotta
uh,
stay. You cannot be mean to these people. You gotta be. You. A lot of people love you, Jake, and they helped you, but then they got disappointed in you. You gotta keep the people. The only way you're gonna make it work is you're gonna be as good as the people you surround yourself around with. So you got the Bobby Nicks who stayed with you for day one, the cut of the jib. Those guys are your friends, man. You gotta
yeah,
be more cordial with them, man. You gotta be more.
yeah.
Those are your buds, man. You gotta keep them in a tight shell, man. They help you a lot. You know, you
Speaking
gotta
of
learn that.
somebody, speaking of somebody that I got to be cordial with, what's up, Jim Grindle? How you doing?
Jim Grindle, how are you, Jim? Jake, you could do anything. I know you could do this, and I know that when you get angry, you're like me. You just don't think. You blow up. I know. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I know how you think. I do the same. I used to do the same thing. But I said to myself, where am I going with all this? Where am I going with this? When I started a year ago, I was coming to you. It was the Jake and Joey C show. You were first anchor. I was gonna build something. Me and you. Right now, do you know where me and you would be right now if we would have kept that going for this last year?
We would have been on the top. We would have been the
That's
top
right,
show in
Jake.
the Doubleverse.
We
I
would have
want to
been.
talk, Joey. I want to the sorry,
Go ahead, Jake.
Joey. I want to talk about you were the talk of the town about like the Vegas trip.
Yeah, that was an interesting trip. Hackamania, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like you should have brought more cash than you did.
No, I'm not worried about that. I just got sick in Vegas. I started a 3-week virus that started in Vegas on that Saturday night. So I wasn't able to be there that Saturday night. I was in bed at the hotel. But I mean, it was good. I mean, my fans, I did about 13 live streams. I got to meet some more people. I got to see Carl again. You know, I've got a good relationship with Carl. I'm going to DabbleCon too. You know, hopefully I'll be with TSN and those guys. You
Yes.
know, but Jake,
You want to
yeah,
hear something funny? If you go to if you go and rewatch DabbleCon 1, Carl makes a joke saying, says, "Thank God we got someone from TSN to run the video because the last time I ran the video, he screwed up the video." And you go to Hackamania this year, they had issues with video.
yeah, they did in the beginning, but Melton had a good crew of people there. I mean, they all work together. Dr. Steve and all of them. I mean, they're great people. Moody, his guy from New Zealand, I'm assuming his partner and best friend. You know, the guy is a genius. Of course, Ray DeVito did the stand up. I did a 2-minute stand up, my open mic. I did.
Yeah. How was
You
it?
know
How was it meeting Lila Hart? How was
who?
it meeting Lila Hart?
I don't remember which one Lyle Hart is. Oh, I don't know which one that was, Jake. Got to refresh my memory.
Alex Stein. She was the female that brought pizza.
Oh, the lady that was there with us next to us on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a nice lady, like the little short lady. Yeah, real nice lady. Her and my wife got along real good. I mean, Alex and I, I gas him up, man. I pump him up. You know, I walked in that show and I'm like, primetime 99, the pimp on the blimp. I give him the props, and
Yeah.
that's what it's about, man. And I
Yeah.
want to see you do more better, Jake. I want you to be you, but I want you to go dig and get great interviews. I want you to stop and think before you do something, man. Even though I know you had probably good intentions with Wendy, but she's still a female and you hurt her feelings. So you got to sometimes just. And I've done it to people. I've hurt people's feelings with my mouth. You just got to slow down, Jake, because you could be on top of the world with this, man.
Yeah. Did you see Alex Stein was actually on A&E back in the day?
Yes, I know. Yeah, Alex Stein's a good dude, man. Good people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him a lot, man. He's.
But I wanna ask this: It's what do you think? What did you think about Kate Meany going after John?
I mean, I don't know Kate Meany. I don't follow Kate Meany. I don't know not much about her, but I think as a female, a young female, that an older gentleman is probably really hitting on me and privately on the phone, like I'm sure he was, being a jerk off that he is,
10 years ago, she was on Artie's podcast.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I don't know much about her, but she handled that very well. She got a lot of good secret conversations. John, very, very gullible to open up. He'll say things when he talks to you in private. I mean, I went through it with John.
He did it. Here's the thing. But she told, there's something that she's told me in secret that I brought up in conversations. She told me that she was pregnant. She was pregnant. She thought she was pregnant.
Really?
And then I've seen that she was doing videos with her and she was drinking White Claws. And I'm like, is this bitch like is this person lying to me?
But she used to be on your show, didn't you? Used to have her on all the time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you. I remember some of your streams you had her on. I don't know nothing about the lady. I don't. I'm a married man, so I don't. I don't follow. I don't follow the females like that. I don't care about that. I'm very happy with my wife. But if John was doing what I think he was doing, like everybody else was thinking, lying, and when he's telling he's not hitting on her, that's BS. Because his intentions was probably all that direction. So he gets what he deserves. Stuttering John gets what he deserves.
Hey, did you tell did you tell Jim Grindle that we were over here?
Did I tell him what?
Jim Grind. By the way, did you say that you was going to be on the show because Lou the God's here?
You put the show up this the morning. You put the Jake and Joey C show.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm sure they saw that. Lou the God's good people, man. He's good people. I mean, I've been on Grindle's show. I had we had a pretty good. I had a good half an hour on them, and we did a lot of talking, and we got a lot of things squared away. I got no beef with nobody, Jake. I mean, those people are. Grindle's been around for 20 years, man. He's a broadcaster. He knows what he's doing. Lou the God is another guy that knows his way around the mic. I don't got no beef with none of these people. I paid my dues. I fought the trolls. I've done this. I've been victimized. I've been everything.
Why did you fire him from your network?
I did fire him from his network. We did. It wasn't. First of all, he wasn't my employee, so I couldn't fire him. They brought their show over there. I didn't know that there was the tension between him and his ex-partner, like it was. When one day they're doing a stream, and it was just a business decision that I made.
Sorry for asking that question.
It doesn't matter because it was just a business decision I made. I just thought I was making the right business thing. I like Lou as a person. I think he's a great person. But I just think that in the long run, for business sake, the channel is going to go a lot farther with Kai doing his morning show. That was just my choice. And that's just, I'm a human being. I'm not always right. Okay. But so far everything's been good. And, Lou's more of a free spirit kind of a guy. He don't care what he says. He does what he wants to do, which is fine because that's how I am. But when it comes down to the channel and having to follow all the YouTube rules, I need players that are going to be all in like that. And I don't. And I'll be honest with you, like I told Lou, he knows why I made the choice. And no hard feelings. I don't it wasn't because I disliked the guy. I love the guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a business decision for the channel that I made. And right now everything is going in the right direction. But I'm just I'm just trying to think of what I'm going to do. I really like to get into the way Alex Stein does his show. I really would want. That's how I want to do a show. I want to do a show from a TV studio. I want to really do this, man. I want to do this, and I want to make a living at this. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. I learned from it. But I try not to make the same mistake twice. That's what I want you to do, Jake. I want you to think. I want you to listen to guys like Hackwright. I want you to patch up with Cut of the Jib. I want you to patch things up with Bobby Nick. Those guys did everything for you. You need guys in your corner. You got to have good people in your corner, Jake, that you could trust. Then you could go for the stars. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do it by yourself, buddy. As much as I thought I could, you always got to have a good crew. You got to have people surrounded around you that you could trust. And you could do that because you're a great podcaster and you like I said, your way around the streams better than anybody. You're all over the place. How many outlets have you used? How many different formats can you use to stream on? I mean, you know every one of them.
Yeah, a bunch.
And you're good, Jake, and you're my friend. And I watch you silently and I check up on you. And then when people are being mean or you're fighting, it hurts me because I know you're better than that. I know Jay Cutchin is better than that. When's your birthday coming up?
July 28th. It will be on
That's
Sunday.
Right. That's right. July 28th. Gonna have a big birthday bash?
I don't know.
We gotta have a big birthday bash. DG's birthday's coming up too. I just talked to him yesterday. We might have a big show for him on the channel. So,
look at this.
What are we looking at?
Look on the screen.
I see it. My page.
This is your page. You
Yeah, I
need to
see
fix.
that.
You need to fix your
Fix what?
nothing.
What do I got to
Joey and
fix?
Lou should do. By the way, someone says Joey and Lou should do a show on the Damon J. Rogers channel. I will watch that every day.
Well, right now I got my own channel to worry about. I can't worry about other channels, Jake. I got my own channel to worry about.
That wasn't me saying that. That was someone
No,
else.
no,
Someone that
I'm not saying they're wrong, but I just don't. I couldn't. I just don't have. There's no way I could manage that. I just couldn't right now at this point. I got too much work to do with this channel and keep this channel afloat and just keep things going right. So I
yeah,
felt compelled to. I wanted to talk with you. I wanted to hear. I wanted to see how you were feeling. I want to make
yeah,
sure you're all right because you know what you're doing, Jake. Just apply yourself better,
yeah,
man, and be just don't get. You got to control your anger, man. I know you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. You know,
yeah.
so because you're good at this, man. When's the last time you had someone big on that you interviewed?
This is actually the big interview.
Well, I'm not no big interview, Jake. I'm a nobody, Jake. I mean,
You've been,
you're more.
you've been on the blaze. You've been on the blaze.
Yeah, Jake, but I'm a humble guy. I don't that just I get along good with Alex Stein. I've done his show before, and he likes me a lot. And then he invited me to do the Bubba show on July 11th. I mean, I'm a good guy, man. It's like when people came after me a year ago and say they tried to coerce you to go away from me, thinking I was out to get you. I wasn't out to get you. I was out to. I would never. My intention was to build a show with you that I think we would have been big when we started that out, man. I still got every one of our shows we did back then, man. It's coming up to a year. You
Yeah,
know that, right?
yeah.
So and you chose to, and I understand it. When you told me the same thing. Remember the words you said it was business. You wanted to do things on your own. I said okay, and it was
Yeah,
fine. I've never
just
talked bad about you behind your back. I've never said anything nasty about you. I've always kept my mouth shut, and always just showed you that I've been a true friend. So and I mean that from my heart, Jake. So I just don't. I just want you to recognize the good guys in your life.
I,
Like the
I, I
cousin
did.
did.
Hey, Big Boss, I did apologize for saying. I even sent a audio to Chrissy, to Keanu, and to Gino about I was aggravated about something that they were
I
saying
know,
about.
Jake. I know, buddy. I know, but you
Yeah,
gotta channel your anger.
and also right now Keanu's going through some shit right now.
Right. But Jake, here's the thing. Everybody has their problems. Everybody goes through things. And when you got friends that you love and people that you know on here that you care about, I understand your intentions is always to be in their corner. But Jake, you gotta worry about Jake Hudson first. Number one.
Yeah,
Okay. You can't mend every fence. You can't help everybody. You could be supportive from a distance, but you gotta focus on you. Because if you
Keanu's
get
producer here. Sorry to interrupt, but Keanu's producer Roberto,
mhm. Yeah, I don't know him,
basically
but
he's the guy that's booked the shows and stuff.
okay.
Basically, he's turned into people are finding out that he's a creep.
He's a creep.
Yeah,
You know?
when we're first we're having those issues, he comes in and goes into my Rumble chat.
Well, there's a lot of creeps out this in this internet, so a lot of people aren't who they say they are. A lot of people do cross reference that. You got a lot of people that are
Yeah,
smart and a lot of people that dig deep and they dig in the past and but the thing is if you're real from your heart, no matter what people dig up, it don't matter. But when people that are really hiding stuff, like people that are bad people, it happens, man. But I don't have no will to hurt anybody. I don't care about anybody's history. All I want to do is continue to grow. You know, I've mended a lot of fences over the last couple months. I want to continue to do that, and that's what I want, man. I just want to continue to grow. I want to see you calmer. I want to see you not fighting with the people that loved you and were there for you. I want to see that because you could do it. I know
yeah,
you can, and you will do it because you're just Jake, when I met you a year ago, you were so seasoned at this. I didn't know nothing about podcasting. You were the shit, man. You knew. You know what I'm saying? And I was so excited to stream with you. And I really had good intentions and I always said it's the Jake and Joey C show, never the Joey C and Jake show. I always put you first. Always gave you your respect.
Yeah.
And you hurt me bad. You know what I'm saying, Jake? You
Yeah,
really hurt me.
I do apologize about that.
I know you do, Jake, but I'm just saying. I just wanted you to know that we could have been we wasted a year. We could have been growing together and had a great thing going. But it's okay
Yeah,
because you know what? Watching you grow and seeing you on Rumble and doing all your things, it's good. But you gotta mend some fences, Jake, because you don't want to be an outcast. You don't want everybody to turn on you and then you got nobody. You know what I'm saying?
I have people that. Here's the thing. It's just a couple people don't like me. There's a lot of other people that like me, so I'm focusing on the people that like me instead of people that don't like me.
Right. And Jake, we all have that. I got more haters than I got the people that like me, and I learned to just say, "Oh well," excuse me. It's all good. I can't worry about things I can't change. You understand? Or that I can't fix, and things I have out of my control. That's what I tried to do. But one thing that I had to do is when they came at me hard, I couldn't just run away because that would have been the coward thing to do. So I had to stand by myself.
Lunch, Joey. Lou is saying he's still waiting on for that lunch.
I know, Lou. I got you, buddy. I was gonna give you a holler the next day or two. I'm thinking maybe maybe at the end of this week if you're available. I'll give you a text today sometime later on this evening. All right, buddy. Because I do owe you that.
The CEO of your channel. The CEO of his channel is Christina.
Well, it's we're all CEOs. We all in charge, and we all got a department we're in charge of. We work together as a team. That's what we do.
By the way, if Christina is Joey's wife, Mrs. C.
Mrs. C. Yes. Yeah, she's been doing a lot. She's been going on a lot of different podcasts herself. Getting around and enjoying it and learning and interacting with other people. And then she brings people on her show. The Alpha Shot Lounge is, Kai does all the setup for everything. He really does a lot for the channel. I'm grateful for it. And he, since we were monetized, he's been bringing in his end. It's a team effort. Like I told him last night, it's just not me. I understand. It's my channel. People want to see me and they want to hear me. People get mad when I'm not controversial. People are upset because Tuki's upset because and OJ, they're upset at me because they don't want a soft Joey C. They don't want a calm Joey C. They want a guy that's going to be explosive. Oh, I can't be like that all the time. I just don't want to be like that no more. I don't want to be putting myself in a hospital because I blew a gasket. So I just want to do. Now I want to learn the skills and keep learning the skills to be a good broadcaster. And I watch guys like all the guys that are on the Stableverse that a lot of people don't like, but I watch those guys that are good. Like Jim Grindle's been around for 25 years. I know that there's differences between him and my morning guy, and that's fine. We can't like everybody, but as a professional, the man, he knows his way around. He knows his way around the podcast, and I'll always show respect for that. But at the end of the day, I wish that everybody could just step aside and just forget about all this nonsense and because it does nothing no good. It's just drama is no good. It's just not. It's just not every day. Not with the same people. You got to learn to forgive and forget. And I think
Sorry, I was trying to get. I want to send Jim Grindle a link.
No, there you go. Jim's all right. I've been on his show before.
I know he
Jim's. I got no beef with Jim Grindle. I've been on his show. I patched everything up. And Kai, I'm very honest with Kai about it. He understands. And I respect Kai's feelings about how they've had interactions and how they've been at each other's throats and things have been said. I respect that. I respect all that. But you know what? I still got to be peaceful if my channel is going to be successful. I don't tolerate people coming in my chat room that are going to be totally disrespectful, and I will bounce those people. But for the most part, most of the people, I don't care what they say as long as they're being respectful. Not being an idiot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to lose monetization again because I lost it for the stupidest reason. I was 250 members deep when I lost my
Yeah.
monetization. 250 members. And if I didn't lose my monetization, I'd be probably 500 to 1,000 right now. So, and that killed the channel, and then and YouTube don't ever give you the proper explanation. But once we got the information and we fixed the problem, and I had the biggest thing is me. I had to police myself. I'm the fault of everything that happened because I'm the explosive one. So I had to really take myself out of air. I had to, I stopped streaming for a couple of weeks. I got my head together. I did the walk and talks, which were great. Back doing the walk and talks now. That it's no secret that my health has been in and out. There's good months and bad months, but that's getting better if I stay focused. If I stay negative and I stay argumentative and I make myself nuts, there's no way I'm going to get healthy because that's going to kill me. You understand?
Yeah.
But I don't need to take my own self out. You understand? So I have to be smart about it.
One of the things that one of the problems that people during this stuff is sometimes it's people want to like mess with you. I can't even go into B Dabbler's chat and I say one thing and then I'm on Mac timed out.
Me too. I get well, that's because Kiki Loco was a coward, who was a yellow belly coward who at the WAT event in Largo, right next to me, he's a coward. He can't say he's Kiki Loco because he's a coward. Linky's the same way. Linky was at Hackmania right next to me, sitting next to me, but he won't have the balls to tell me it's Linky, and he's the one that gives me a bunch of. So those guys are meaningless to me. If you're gonna talk the talk, when you get in my face and you're next to me, you're next to me. Be a man and say, "Hey, I'm the guy that's been fucking with you. Nice to meet you." You can't when you sit there and you don't do that. What I'm supposed to respect that? I don't respect cowards. I'm sorry, I don't. I just don't.
By the way, Luke with the Bond and Jim Grindle. Check your guys' Twitters. It sends you guys links.
Yeah, Luke with the Bind. I know Luke. Luke's he does good shows too, and I know Luke has got a family and I think he puts his family first and foremost, and smart guy, and I respect that. Family is everything. Sometimes you gotta step aside. You gotta say no, and I gotta take care of this. I know that. I done that. And when I was having people troll on me, and I was having people coming at me, I told the channel, I'm stepping away. You guys do your shows, and let me do my. I don't need you guys to help me. I don't need. I don't want to just. I walked away from the channel, and I did what I had to do. And the bottom line is whether, huh?
Why don't you do this? Why don't you talk to Alex and see if he could talk to the Blaze about having your show? They gave Phil Robertson a show. Blaze is giving Phil Robertson a show.
Right. Well, I think I got to get more seasoned a little bit better and get to do more things with Alex, like I'm doing with Bubba. I think I got to put my work in and show him. There's no way I'm ready for that now. But for the future, I would like to. I'm going to keep working hard and keep getting to do things with Alex Stein because he's a guy that's all over the world, man, and he's a guy that.
Why don't you say, hey, tell Alex, hey, why don't you go into Bubba's studio because you guys are really close.
Well, we are. I think we are going to Bubba's studio. We're July 11th. He's here. And I think we're doing a show at Bubba's, and me, my wife, and Alex and Bubba. As far as I know, that's what July 11th coming up in Tampa. So, because Alex will be staying at Bubba's house, I believe.
Yeah, Bubba's house, Bubba's studio is actually Bubba. Right now, he's actually has old radio guys. He had Phil Hendricks on his show.
I saw him the other day when Alex was on. He had a bunch of old guys, a lot of old biker guys.
Gene Lasker. Gene.
Yeah.
Gene Lasker was actually if you watch some of the old things, you remember the cross. He would strap people to the cross and shoot them in the private area.
Yeah.
With the taser. That's the guy who made some of the stuff that power, and he also does powder code over there. But
right.
They had a falling out. They had a little bit of a falling out due to the fact that Bubba was changing.
Right.
Bubba went woke when he signed the contract with Twitch.
Really? Well, he made a lot of money back in the day, though, didn't he? He was talking a little bit about some. He had some great deals going on, like the side stuff that he did back in the day when he was really popular. You said he made it a lot of money. So that's pretty
Yeah,
impressive. I mean,
but the lawsuits and the divorce and all that cost them money.
right. Well, imagine a divorce. When you got money, you're going to lose a lot of money to your winning a divorce. I could understand that, and he had a lot of money at the time. I think when he got divorced. Funny thing, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, so but what's your take on Steel Toe, Aaron Imholt?
I I'll be very honest. I thought they were very happy. I
Yeah,
thought they, but the thing was, he was trying to keep this profile where he was so they were happy, but the problem was you can't be happy for you can't keep someone happy when you're having issues.
right,
You're a public figure. Why don't you? And he's like saying, "Oh, I'm so happy I can do a lot of stuff," but now he is. I'm right now like not thinking about him. What I'm thinking about is his family more
right. The
important.
kids, right, right. He's
I think here's the thing. I'm gonna say this: he had no choice not to take the kids around Nick Rekieta anymore
right,
because the ex-wife Ashley LaRue. Thank you to Chad Zumach for saying. By the way, shout out to Chad Zumach. Sorry,
it's all right.
and I know Chad. You and Chad don't get along.
I like the guy. He's the one that I never big league big timed him. I never said I was anybody. I never said I compared. I never said that he's
Did you
he's
watch
popping up
Tukey
and
Soup
about.
today? Did you watch
Huh?
Did you watch Tukey Soup today?
No,
This morning?
I didn't watch it live. I caught part of it though a little bit. I started watching it before I came out here. I was I was really watching. I never ever really watched Steel Toes. I went into Steel Toes was watching a little bit of him, listening to him.
Yeah,
I find
here's the thing. If he does like the DoubleCon stuff, be the first
right,
DoubleCon, maybe he didn't go to the first one because he was
right,
chosen to, but it's in Rochester.
right. It is in Rochester, yes. Carl's hometown, yes. It's at Vinnie Paulino's work. We're at the Carlson.
But Shuley actually wore. You want to hear something funny? Is Shuley actually wore a steel toe hoodie to the event to
Really? Well, I think the world of Shuley. He's a great man. He's like my best friend in the whole
Yeah.
wide world. He's been there for me more than anybody. And he's just a great guy. And Carl's a great guy. And Alex, these guys, no matter what anybody says about me, they can call me every name. They can call me this. They call me that. But I did everything on my own. I pushed my way to the top. I pushed my way to be on every A-list show. Not one time, not two times, several times. Okay, I got paid very well from Shuley Network. I got even paid from MLC the other day when I was on. It's time. I'm not going to sit there and let nobody bully me and like MLC and say I'm going to pay everybody but Joey C. Well, you want me on your show today, pal? It's going to cost you. It's plain and simple. You don't want it? That's fine. I got no law, got no time. It's kind, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Did
It's the same with you, Jake. Your time is valuable, but you
Yeah.
gotta just be. You just gotta be stern. But the
Yeah.
anger, you could do it. I'm telling you, it works. Do this breathing technique.
I just want to ask: Did Alex Tom pay for your guys' trip back to the airport?
He drove us to the airport. He had us picked up with an Uber and he drove us to the airport himself. Yeah.
All right. Because there's a lot of people are speculating that he gave you money for an Uber.
No, he drove. He personally drove us to the airport, and we took some pictures out at the airport. He gave us some T-shirts. We took a bunch of pictures, and then he gave me a big hug. Gave my wife a big hug, and he said, "I'll see you July 11th." And he got in his car and he went and he left. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm asking that question because there's a lot of people that we're speculating. People were speculating about it.
Well, I had to get back to the airport and get on a plane because I had to get to Vegas because I almost missed Alex Stein's show because they wouldn't land at Dallas because of weather. So they rerouted us to Houston, which is a horseshit airport. Houston looks like it's been bombed by World War III. Very, very broke down. Everything's busted inside. It's old. It's dirty and nasty. And
like Houston, like the city of Houston.
Yeah, well, Houston's fell apart too. But they said we were just going to refuel, and we were going to go, and then all of a sudden they threw us off the plane, and it went into an hour and a half. Then to finally board us, they said we're not going to go straight to Dallas. We're going to go another 100 miles south, north or something. I think they said, and then make a turn and go back in because they're still. And I'm like, because we don't want to circle. And then finally got there, and I mean, I made it legitimately for like the last 13 minutes of the Alex Stein show, and he kept calling me during the show, and he's like, man, I'm starting, and I go, don't, I'm going to be there. It's not my fault. He knew it wasn't our fault. It was way out of our control. What I was going to get from Houston to Dallas, so it was a messed up thing. Weather, it happens,
What was the, there was a situation, people, you had to ship your bags from the airport to Tampa.
Well, no, I booked, I was all me dropping the ball. I went through a half-ass travel agency online that I didn't read the fine print. I got the 2 round trip tickets, and I was under the impression that one bag was going to be okay, and every place we went, we had to pay for the bag to get on the plane. And then I had from Florida to Dallas, I had to pay for the seats. I'm like, I already bought my tickets. That was on Spirit, and then Frontier, forget it. When I got to Dallas to go to Vegas, they wouldn't take my luggage unless I paid $120. And Shirley paid that. Shirley paid that because I didn't have. If I put that $120, I would have. I was already with the donations we got. I the hotel and then the Uber rides I had to have and food. That $120 about broke.
Good old Spirit, Flower Spirit, and lead broke.
But it was my fault because I didn't take the time to I just didn't. I dropped the ball. I did it all wrong.
I would have, what I would have done is I would have, instead of flown, I would have drove. But you would have.
I like driving anyhow. I would have drove. I should have drove. I should have rented a car and drove and started a couple days early. I've drove to Vegas many a times from Chicago. So it's no big. I like driving. I really do. So flying, I flown a lot in my life.
Wait a minute. We got a guest.
All right.
He's a great singer, ladies and gentlemen. It's lucofthebind.
Hey, Luke, how are you, buddy?
Oh, thank you for that intro. Hi, guys. What's going on?
Hey, Luke, how are you, man?
Hey,
I'm all right. I'm all right. Been
good.
I'm doing much better.
Good to hear, man.
Hey, I think I've ever done.
How's the family?
What? Talk about my family? Oh no, family's fine. Family's fine.
Good. That's good.
Just fine. Don't you worry. Don't anyone worry about them. I got that. Okay.
I know that, buddy. I know that.
What did you do? What did you do?
What did who do? Well, what haven't I done? Oh, you talking to people there?
Jim Grindle said something.
Uh-oh. Oh, really? Yeah, he likes to say a lot of things, that guy.
Half true. Are you podcasting? Are you guys doing your thing, you and Grindle still, or you doing stuff on your own? I haven't seen you physically too much on streaming. What's going on with you?
I took some time off. I had to, I got a lot of shit going on here at home, so couldn't really. I was trying to do a lot of shows, and it was, it was too much of a workload for for a hobby. You know what I'm saying?
It's overwhelming. It really is. It's just not as simple as powering up the mic and going to StreamYard. It really is not. It's a lot of time consuming with everything. So I understand that.
Jim Grindle made us a song.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In the dojo, Joey C loves dancing, grooving till the lights glow. The trolls come creeping, thinking they can mess around. Jake and Joey masters, they put them in. Yo, is this Suno?
Yeah, there's a few of them out there like that.
This is pretty awesome.
I think it is. It's pretty awesome, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. So I just like.
Thanks to Jim
That's
Grindle.
compliment to Jim Grindle. Thank you, Mr. Grindle.
Grindle's a good guy.
Yeah, I enjoyed the time I had on the show.
I now, I now regret throwing the copyright claim to you guys. I do regret that.
Well, we all make mistakes, Jake, and we all regret stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you gotta understand. You're not a child. You're not a teenager. You're a grown man. You're a smart man. You know your way around the mic. You know how to podcast. You gotta duck a little bit, Jake, and just not just when the anger comes, just duck. Just duck
and
and
that's
go.
the problem. That's the problem with live streaming. I mean, we already had a problem with, Twitter and things like that, where it's immediate. Right. So if you have a problem, you can say something to somebody. But now live streaming is literally, that's even so much more immediate.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a little bit of news. Did you hear that? That E-Rock got fired.
I know, I did not.
He was with I did see that. Right? Yeah, he's the one that runs Compound Media. I saw the clip. Right. The clip you're talking about with KB and Chad Zumach and all that. I mean, Anthony didn't say directly, but apparently Chad has someone on the inside that's dishing the dirt about it. So I don't know. Yeah. I mean, if that's the way Cumia is going, well, some of us saw it coming for a long time.
Yeah.
Jim and I have been talking about that shutting down for quite some time now because it doesn't work. He's got a studio. Come on.
I heard Gavin McGinnis is bringing his crew over to from Censored.
Well, he's probably just going to move everyone over to. Well, I don't know which studio they're going to keep. Maybe because the Censored TV studio is in New York as well, is in the city, I believe. So
yeah,
whichever they use,
Yeah,
they own those studios or they rent them.
They I actually did. If you Google Map Compound Media, it's a shit bucket.
Yeah, it's in a bad place. There's
hold on. I'll show you on the Google Map. I actually have a I can actually show this because it's a public place. I can actually show it on Google Maps and not get docs and charges against me again.
Oh.
Because I've actually looked this up before. Hold on, I gotta look for it. Compound Media.
Well, take the time and hit the like button, people. Hit that like button, and if you ain't subscribed to Jake's channel, subscribe and give your support to Jake.
All
right, keep him down.
There's like a methadone clinic right on that street, like literally doors down from where you enter. Yeah, from where you enter Compound.
Wow. Like a crack neighborhood.
Hold on, I am showing it right now. All right, here we go.
But it's downtown. It's literally like, you're close to Times Square, man.
Okay.
Is this the right place?
I don't know New York, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Wait a minute. A FedEx truck is in the block and it's blocking us.
Oh, let's see. Let me look at. I just got back to my phone. Hold on.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, the scaffolding looks. Yeah, it looks.
A lot of construction
it looks like the street. It's always like that down there. It's crazy.
Yeah. And before people say, "Oh, you're doxing them," they're a public trading. They're
public. Yeah, you're not doxing them, Jake. You're all right.
You type it in, it pops up. It pops right up. They are a business, so.
Yeah.
And if you want to get booked on there, you can if you find the right email. Well, not everybody.
Hey, Luke, can I tell you
What's
something?
Up?
That, by the way, that it was actually from May 2024. That Street View was from 2024.
Oh, really?
Yeah. you can actually look this stuff up, and then when you look up Compound Media, you're looking it up. When you look up the BRN, the Bubba Radio Network, words. But Luke, how you been, brother?
I've been great. I'm loving the summer. The nice going outside and grilling and hanging out, getting
awesome.
spraying water on the kids. It's fun. It's a good time.
It is, yeah.
But now that that school's out, it's kind of a nonstop thing. That's the other thing. It's like I'd love to do some shows, but hey, I'm even busier now. So whatever.
Good.
One day maybe we'll see.
Put family first and doing all that. It's great, man.
Again, it's like a lot of people my age have older kids, but I waited, so I got a bunch of young ones. Okay. So
There's nothing wrong with that. I was just talking about that the other day with my youngest son. My oldest son and my middle son, they got kids, but my youngest son, he did it right. He's just about 32. He's starting to got a good job. His credit score is real good. He wants to buy property and a house, and then he wants to find a nice woman, and then he wants to have a baby. Get married. So, but he's doing it right. He's waiting till he gets all everything situated. Yeah. And so I was really really happy to hear that the course he's taken. So because it's I told him don't make the mistakes I made, man. I was 17 when I had my first child, man. So
yeah, Luke. Hey, so what do you think about Aaron Imholt getting divorced? Oh,
that was for Luke, right?
Yeah.
I think he's here. Luke, you still here? I think we lost him. I don't know what happened.
We're back here. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey. Luke, you got me?
There he is.
What do you think about Aaron Imholt getting divorced?
Oh, Aaron Imholt getting he brought it out himself, right? Did he set it up? I don't know for sure. It sort of seems suspicious that everything happened the way it did, and he's using the situation with his wife and Rekieta as this, trying to use it as a springboard to get more fans and stuff, which I guess happened, it did work for a couple of weeks, but now it's kind of fallen again. It's just poor Aaron. He's this guy that really wanted to be super cool, I think, and just isn't, and is trying everything he can to be that way.
Yeah.
Still, but didn't really, was never a partier. He probably thought that drinking, a 6-pack of beers was partying. So he got into a real dark world that he's not used to, and got scared. But also, it does. I will say, man, I don't think he planned the whole thing. And maybe at some point he did say, "Ooh, this is wrong." So maybe he is a good person inside. But if he turned it all against them deliberately, then that's just showing how envious he is of Rekieta, how he wants to be like that. He wants to be Gino. He wants to be Anthony Cumia. He wants to be
lifestyle. Yeah.
But he can't. He's not built for that lifestyle, and I think he just realized. Oh shit! My whole thing is like, wait a minute. He talks about being on radio all the time. Isn't radio where you give the guys cocaine to play your song? Isn't that the whole thing? Radio is where there's a lot of drugs in radio. I mean, I guess not in Minnesota radio. Maybe it's still very squeaky clean and milquetoast up there, I guess. But
there was a lot of money changing in radio, I believe, for you pay off disc jockeys to like you said, to get your song or get your whatever you want on the air. So yeah, I agree. There's a lot of shady stuff that goes on in that world. So no doubt.
But obviously, he wasn't as that popular when he was on the radio to get those sorts of things, And he wanted to play in the big field, and he's trying to, and he's sinking. That's Aaron.
Yeah.
Go back to your small shows, buddy.
I don't know much about him. I went in his chat room today to see what he was about, listen to what he's saying. The only thing I don't agree with him is I understand he stepped back and he realized that what they were doing was wrong.
He didn't even do a stream last night. He did like a 2 to 3 minute stream telling people that he wasn't streaming.
Even today he did something, but he I don't like the fact that he's still not being accountable. He's still responsible for what's going on with the kids right now. In the beginning, he was in there. He was partying. They were together. They were spiked, whatever they were doing. And he was smart enough to pull out now. And I give him that respect, but you can't sit there and put all the blame on just those three. He was part of it in the beginning. So, and that's where I have a problem. He's got to take that accountability. I mean, his kid's hair follicle was cocaine. That's a big problem with me. Any kid that comes up with that.
And this is something that's
people,
fucked. Hey, what do you? By the way, we got a comment. Big Boss says, "What with the hat, Joey? Tampa's."
I'm in the house, brother. I'm not outside. Big Boss, he's one of my. He gets one of my members. Yeah, I just I wear it in the house sometimes, man. I like it. Someone that was given to me by my brother.
But by the way, I just also want to say that Luke has a band called The Bind, and by the way, he's in the title right now. I just put him in the title. This is the Joey and Jake show with Luke of the Bind. I'm actually that sometimes you have to do name changes in the middle of the show because someone comes in.
Right. Well, Jake, like I said,
on the title. Okay, yeah.
I'm just glad to be here and get to talk with you.
I'm glad. Here's the thing. I'm glad that we had that health scare earlier this year with you, and I was worried I was going to lose you. I was actually if Christina has told Christina and Mr. Brancoskio has been telling you I was been messaging them because I didn't know things about it. I was not. Right. And
Jake, I don't try to get into all the drama. I don't like to see you. I don't like to see you at war with people that really care about you and that are in your corner. That's the only thing I don't like, and I want you to.
I don't have any hate in my heart. But
I know that, Jake. I know that. I know your intentions are different. I understand.
It's the thing is, it's like they're over there, like she one day that she wanted a PS4 controller. PS5, by the way, PS5 is better than PS4. By the way, just saying.
Yeah. Well, we all want things.
I thought they were. By the way, I thought they were shutting the servers down for PS4 and switch over to PS5 servers.
Right. And that's a video game controller you're talking about? Because I don't know much about the video game world.
PS4 is like, and by the way, a PS4 controller right now is, Luke, you're going to have to help me on this, is like $200.
That's what for the game or the controller?
I'm not exactly sure, actually.
Yeah.
It's controller. It's like $200 for a freaking PS4 controller. But it was also saying she needed. She said she also needed $5,000 to get her car fixed.
Oh.
And then, but also, here's the thing. I even told her to reach out to see if Wolfie can talk to Stern about getting her some help for her cat.
Right. I think it was more how you handle it, Jake. I think it was the way you said it that feelings got hurt. That's all. Like I said, I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of opening my mouth without thinking. I'm guilty of it.
And Cut of the Jib made it a video about it.
Well,
I'm not. Here's the thing. I've not said anything else about Cut of the Jib because Cut of the Jib threatened to send stuff to my house if I didn't shut up about it. So.
Yeah, but Jake, you're the voice.
Wait a minute. So what happened with that? I'm not. I'm ignorant to this story. What happened with Cut of the Jib?
I told Wendy to stop e-bagging and ask Howard for help for her cat, and she got mad. She got very upset about it and blocked everybody and unfriended everybody.
I'm like, in my opinion, Howard Stern's got more money than most all of us put together. The Devils, he's got that kind of money, and those are his whack packers, and he should have took care of them. He should have took care. What would have been like if he would have just went out and bought every whackpacker a piece of land with a trailer on it for 15,000, 20,000? It wouldn't even have dented his wallet. You understand? And he
By
just
the way,
kicked.
PS4. Sorry, Lou says no, Jake. A PS4 controller is not that much. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
And Jim Grant. I'm just guessing. Here's the thing. I just guessed $200 because that's what I saw controllers go for.
Hey, you might be right. I know nothing about him.
By the way, PS1 right now, you can pick one up for like $5 to $10, $5 to $10.
Okay.
You can pick up a PS2 for $15 to $20. A PS2 is 15 to 20.
All right. But what do you have? You have a game at home, Jake?
I don't. I use my laptop and stuff, but I also play playables on YouTube. YouTube playables.
Okay. All right.
Hey Luke. What is the situation with empanadas?
Empanadas are good. I love the empanadas. Eat me an empanada.
Hey man, I wish I still had that video.
Well, you deleted it. Someone's got it. I think Jim's got it somewhere. I don't know. Maybe we can. Maybe we'll do a show and play it at some point. And, you can screen grab it or something.
I don't know if it was you or Grindle that invented, but one of the greatest things I thought you guys ever was a Juan Chi-Chi doll. I thought that was.
Oh yeah, that was I made that little commercial.
That was pretty good, man. That was good.
Update on Spider.
Spider's good. His family's got their back, and they got another place. He's working at the ballpark, doing a lot of work in there. He runs the concession stands in the ballpark. With the hot dogs and the chicken wings and all that stuff, and he's got a lot of responsibility. But his family got, they were on the misplaced for about a week on the street. We found organizations that helped them. Plus, we took a GoFundMe and got raised a little money for him, and the family got in. The organization gave, but he's doing well. Doing a lot better.
By the way, your GoFundMe came.
What happened?
Was producer Chris's daughter.
Oh, that's old. That was when she first passed away. When we first got out, I never took it down. But that was a long time ago, a couple years ago. The one we had.
Producer Chris from WATP. The other Chris.
He's a great guy. I met Chris.
No, not your daughter, but producer Chris's daughter.
Right. I heard that there was something. I know a little bit about that. Something happened, or she got sick or something. I believe her.
Yeah, she got cancer.
Cancer. Yeah.
It was a
sad thing.
Lou. Lou's asking for a link. We're actually fixing the link. We're almost in an hour.
Yeah,
I gotta roll, Jake, in a couple seconds here.
You get Lou here, it'd be another 2 hours, man.
Yeah, man. It's I gotta text you this evening. I do owe him a lunch, so I promised him a lunch a couple months ago. But Jake, just trust me when I say, Jake. Just focus on Jake Hudson. Don't worry about the world. But just remember the people that love you and are in your corner, man. Don't be so hard on them, man.
Well, I want to ask you guys a question. Is this going to be a thing now? You guys going to come on and discuss the state of the Dabbleverse?
No. I don't think so.
Here's the thing. This was supposed to be a show where, hey Luke,
yeah,
this was just a one-time thing. I did a show this morning about like 4 a.m. and he was in there and he told me that he was free to do a show and we.
Jake had asked me if he wanted to stream with me. And I told him, you set up one, I'll do one with you this afternoon. And, this is what we started out. When I first started in the Devil a year ago, coming up on a year, it was the Jake and Joey C show back then. And it lasted about 2 weeks. And Jake pulled out because a lot of people told him that I wasn't a good guy and that I was out to hurt him and take his channel.
By the way, you also, and it was the same around the time that you sent your you sent your picture of your genitalia.
Right, it was with the Shuli. I was at war with the Shuli Network, and you were trying to get a show with Shuli Network, and you got nervous about that. And and long being that, I told you, Jake, don't make this mistake because we do this, we can do this. We're gonna be big, and it is what it is. But I patched things up with the Shuli Network, and which is it should have never happened. But again, I was very green. I didn't know what a troll was. They came at me every way they can, and I had to learn the hard way. And I got seasoned real quick and educated real quick, and I held my own. I think that I did fairly good against most of them, with a little help with a lot of people in my corner.
So there's a fake. Sorry, is there? Someone is making a fuck Jake Hudson shirt.
Yeah, Jake, they make it. I got a lot of fake Joey C's out there. I'm sure Luke has a lot.
Well, do they mean? Well, don't you want someone to have? I mean, don't you want someone to have sex with? Is that? Wait, am I reading that wrong?
No, not that kind of fuck.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, Luke.
Oh, actually, I had this.
We lost Joey.
What? He left? Oh, I had a question for him. I wanted to ask him if Alex Stein had a smell to him because he looks like he just sweats a lot. He's very
no. He don't. Alex is cool, man. He's good people, man. I really get along good with the dude. He's a funny guy. He does a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of balls, man. That guy. I mean, he goes after everybody. He's not afraid of city council. Yeah.
Is he? No. Okay. So when the cameras are off, is he so jumpy? Still, is he because he goes from 0 to 100 in a second sometimes. So is he just like that normally?
He's more calmer. He's a more normal person, but still wiry. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, he must tire himself out doing that. He must just crash at the end of the night from being "Hey everyone, whoa, what's that? Oh, you got a big ass!" Whoa.
Exactly. That's a good one. That's a good Alex Stein. He's very passionate in what he does. I mean, the guy is. He's not afraid to go in and ask anything or go up against anybody. He's a guy that really, if you're going to do this as a living and it's your dream, I think he does it the right way. The guy just, he's more like a news reporter. He goes and he digs and he gets what he wants to get. And, he's just a good guy all the way around, man. And I'm just grateful that I got to know him and that, he's one of the people that from get-go that was in my corner. And, I've had my share of enemies, but at the end of the day, my thanks goes to two people more than anybody, and that's Shuli Egard and Carl Hamburger, and those guys are really were in my corner and helped me out a lot. So.
The thing is, I want to say that also for me is I got to give a thanks to Levy, to Reverend Bob Levy.
Bob as well too. I got to thank Bob too. Bob has done a lot of. He's gave me a lot of good advice.
Bob was actually, I spoke to him a lot last year. This year, we both been busy doing other stuff.
Yeah.
I had some personal shit that I've been dealing with, and but the thing is, I think it's time for us to piss on the fire and call the dogs. Lucas, you got anything you want to plug?
The Bind. Check out at the Bind Rocks everywhere, and International Rangoon. Check it out. Look it up. And the DJR Network, where I used to do some shows, and I'm probably going to start doing some shows again soon. Awesome. That's my news. I'm going to be coming back, y'all.
That's great to hear, man.
Joey, you got anything you want to plug?
Well, we got Catalan on TV. Everybody knows Monday through Friday. You got the 7:30 a.m. with Kai and friends. You got the Monday and Wednesday. You got the Alpha Shot Lounge. Mr. Seed 6 o'clock. Got my Walk and Talk stream Monday through Saturday at 7:30, and then various other things that I got in the works. Please support Jake and great to see you back, Luke. I look forward to seeing you streaming, and great to see you and be able to talk with you today. Jake, as always, like I said, Jake, I'm always there for you, buddy. I'm always in your corner. Just keep your chin up, buddy, and everything will be fine, all right?
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Until then, here is Danhausen telling you a shout out from Danhausen. All right, we'll talk to you. We'll end with a shout out from Danhausen. Until next time, keep the grease sides of the pavement, drive safe, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye for now.
Yes, hello, Danhausen here. Very nice, very evil, very famous, etc., Ketchery, so on and so forth. These two Jakehausen from a bunch of people. Pesciehausen, Joe Pesci, I think. Chrishausen and Rev Robbinshausen. Okay, big spooky shout out to the friend, Mississippi's favorite son, the one and only Jake Hutchins. Jake, you are the best in the world at what you do, and you're absolutely crushing it on your YouTube channel. So proud of you. Your friends, keep at it. Whoa. Yeah, there you go. I said all those things. So now I'll say my thing, which is may your enemies be cursed. I'm out of breath. Okay, I'm in Denver, that's right. Look at the mountains. Bye.